Hello everyone, and thanks for visiting Bluebeam Back to Basics. Today we'll be talking about how to set and apply scales to markups in a tool set. For those of you I have not met personally, you can reach me at that phone number and email address, and we encourage you to visit our website where you can learn all about our Bluebeam Training program. You may not be aware of it, but there is a Bluebeam Revu user group on Facebook, and it's got over 1,000 members. If you're interested in joining it, just check out the URL at the bottom of this page. This video is in response to a question that was posted in this forum. The question had to do with placing scaled versions of captured markups. I've got a series of files open, and each of these files has been assigned a scale value. This one is 1/4 of an inch. This one is predominantly 1/2 an inch, with the occasional 3/4 inch and 3-inch scales through viewports. This one is predominantly 1/4 of an inch. This one is predominantly 3 inches equals a foot with the occasional 3/4 inch and so on. And then there's the Bluebeam sample floor plan, which is 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to go into this scale drawing that has an assigned scale of 1/4 of an inch equals a foot, and I'm going to capture some of the content and place it in a tool set. I'll just zoom into this window here, and I'll go to snapshot, and I'll capture that window, and I'll right click and paste it into the document, and then I'll right click and add it to a tool chest called 1/4 of an inch scaled markups. Now, even though it's got that name, it doesn't actually have a scale applied to it yet. So if I delete this one and go to place it from here, it's completely coincidental that it's 1/4 of an inch equals a foot. But that information can be valuable and very helpful, and we're going to adjust my tool set to be intelligent. To do that, you simply go to any tool set you want and you choose the settings button, the gear indicator, and you tell it, I'd like to set a scale for the items that are placed in this particular tool set. And I'm going to set my scale to 1/4 of an inch equals a foot, which matches the source drawing. Not only does my tool set now have a scale, it's activated. That's why this icon is in blue. So if I now choose that and I go to place it back into a 1/4 of an inch equals a foot scale drawing, it looks just like the original. But if I go over to that blue viewport where the scale is 3 inches equals a foot, as soon as I go into that space, you'll see how it's automatically adjusted to match the scale of the necessary area where it's about to be placed. Right. Let's take a look at that in some of these other files. If I go to this drawing, which has a 1/2 inch equals a foot scale value on it, and I go to place that, while the scale is active, when I come over to here, it's automatically adjusting it to be a particular scale. And if I go into this area where it's 3/4 of a foot or 3 inches equals a foot, it's still activated. Now, you can turn that on and turn that off as often as you'd like. You can simply click it off. Now it's no longer being enforced, but it's still there. It's still remembered. So now if I go to place this image, see, now it's just going in at its original captured size, regardless of the scale value for the particular drawing. I can reactivate it with just a click of a button. And if we go to this one, which is 3 inch equals a foot, so it's automatically being adjusted. And then if I go into the 3/4 inch scale, it's being adjusted there as well. And then lastly will be the 1/8 of an inch equals a foot drawing, where it's now half the size unless I turn that off, and now it's back to the normal paper scale. That's it. I hope you find this video helpful, and you'll review the other videos available as well.